It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and the game of the week is just moments away. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Bills, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
There's a look at Bills Stadium here in Orchard Park, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the New England Patriots. And we are underway in Buffalo. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going at the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Allen going to throw. And that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out come the Patriots here to get their first shot on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season? I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Back to throw again. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. This defense for the Patriots, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. Singletary loses it, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, No matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to try back out on the field to start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see that.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely got to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Jones breaking from the contact. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Patriots to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Back to throw. Jones. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Out right to Bourne. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. That's one of those, Charles, when it works, it looks amazing, and when it doesn't, it means trouble.
Yeah, you're right about that one, partner, because that allows us to say, what are you thinking when it doesn't work? Although I know in his mind when he made the call, he was thinking about the amazing part. But in this case, I think the defense, they caught on to this fairly quickly, and they were able to force the incomplete pass.
They'll run on first down. Singletary works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Allen. It's Miller, complete. Touchdown, Bills. Scotty Miller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Tyreek Hill set to return it. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Off-play action. Jones eluding the press, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their block.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he's going to let it go deep. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So the fake punt, a daring call this deep in their own end, and the end result, certainly not what they were hoping for.
I have to admit, I admire their daring, but I actually would like this play call better if it's between the 40s here. The problem is, even if the ball's not,
puts it on the carpet, it's out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. There he goes, right side, the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I said just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts, one of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Levante David. And now off to the races down the right side. line. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Coup for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has one touchdown, one interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. Going deep for Diggs. And this one is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Going up top for Miller. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Scotty Miller. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. Extra point attempt to come here. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Tyreek Hill on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 30. The Pats at the line ready to go. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. Looking deep for Adams.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And the Bills will take over possession here up at the 44.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage, and that's exactly what he got done there.
On 1st down, Allen. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And a good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. Coming to you.
Now Allen. Going deep this time for Miller. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Throwing is Allen on third. Going up top for Miller. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way home for the Bills touchdown. Scotty Miller on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bills have retaken the lead.
That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Extra point safely through, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Returning it, Hill. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man is born. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now Jones. That swung out wide to Harris. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was the visiting Raiders who were able to come away with a road victory. Josh Jacobs, a dynamite performance, over 200 yards on the ground with 3 touchdown runs. From there, let's head up to Cincinnati to check in on the Bengals at home at Paul Brown Stadium. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. DJ Chark with 3 touchdown receptions. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. Patrick Mahomes, 4 touchdown passes in the victory.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Let's go.
Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Boy, a rough time for a turnover there. They give it away on their first possession of this second half.
And what makes it worse, Brandon, is that they've already given away the lead in this quarter on the touchdown drive a minute ago. Now they run the risk of really falling behind unless their defense can bail them out a little bit.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Allen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Jones on the return. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip.
Touchdown! Hunter Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots have retaken the lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, One guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Here's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would like to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Jones on the return, and he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
And Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception.
Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills will take over here just shy of the 30.
That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Caught right side, Davis. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From midfield, here's Allen. This one caught by Davis.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, Singletary. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll run on 1st down with Moss.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They go right back to Singletary. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. Singletary, they'll run for it. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. No dice for Sean McDermott and the offense. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. Flush to his right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
That's it.
And that'll set him back 5.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Still third down.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still third down.
So that'll back him up 5.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
Still third down.
So that one will be accepted.
I know you feel that.
Still third down.
So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
And the Pats have just about sewn up this football game.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. Muscles him off. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee. So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. The Patriots send out their punter in punt formation, but as we've seen, that's no guarantee he'll punt the football. Going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Pats,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys.